Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Pixelmon, your instructional Pixelmon guide show thing. So as you can see here, we got the Fire Stick Infernape. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. We have the Infernape, the Blaziken, and the Emboar, all shinies of course. I really like the Emboar's nice blue flame look, and we got the nice reds and purples of these two. Anyway, let's take a look at these Pokemon and see how we can make them all very good. Let's take a look at Emboar. Now, as you can see on Emboar, his best stats are going to be his attack stat and his health stat. These are mainly what you're going to want to train, because if you look at his speed, it's a lot lower than the other fire starters, and it's really not something that Emboar is going to be able to excel in completely, so I wouldn't really worry about training speed on him. If you train him for attack and health, or maybe even another defensive stat, he'll be able to take a hit and definitely make a hit with his amount of attack. If you look at the moveset I have on him right now, you got Flare Blitz, of course, the best physical fire attack. He'll take damage from it, but he has some health to back it up. Anyway, if you hit something with this, it's probably going to kill them. He also has Brick Break. Less risky move, also with the stab because he's part fighting type. And we have Wild Charge in case he comes against any flying or water type. It'll definitely help him out a little bit. And Head Smash, a rock move with 150 power. And this also makes him take a lot of damage when he uses Head Smash. So you may just end up suiciding him when he does this because it's massive attack, but you're probably going to take out anything you hit with. One thing you could do is put a Choice Scarf on him so you can make sure Emboar hits first, and then you'll be able to definitely get a successful Head Smash off, and it'll probably kill them. Or if you want to put a Choice Band on him, then you could guaranteed kill them, and he'll probably be able to take the initial hit to begin with. Next, let's take a look at Blaziken here. As you can see, it's another firefighting type, and its best stats are probably its attack and its speed. It also has decent special attack, but if you're going to train it for one thing, I would definitely say go for attack. So you can train a Blaziken to be up fast. It's not one of the fastest Pokemon, but you can make it happen. If you'd prefer to train it with some health to make it a little bit tankier, that would be completely understandable. Personally, I prefer speed on it because it's doable and it'll definitely help carry that attack into a useful position. As you can see, also Flare Blitz on him, of course, or you could go for Blaze Kick if you're not willing to take that extra damage. Sky Uppercut, a really good fighting move. You got your stabbing moves there. Then we got a couple other moves, both physical, such as Poison Jab, and Earthquake to be super effective against other kinds of things. So you always get to have a nice rounded moveset. And now, finally, let's take a look at Infernape. Now, Infernape, as you can see, he has pretty much the same attack and special attack stats. He's definitely one of the faster of the fire starters. I believe his base speed is 108, so you can train him up to be fast for sure. So always train speed on an Infernape. But when it comes to attack or special attack, you can really choose which one you want to train up specifically. Personally, I prefer attack because most of Infernape's moves are physical attacking moves. But on this one, for example, it's possible to train it with special attack if you need to. As you can see, I have Flamethrower, Focus Blast, and Grass Knot on him, all special attacks. I also have Fire Blast, but if you prefer, you can teach something else to him. It's not a very, not a huge set of moves that he can learn when he's a special attack Infernape, but you can still manage to make it work somehow. What I prefer is using a physical attack one, such as this Monferno, which I'm going to level up here for you shortly. He has a moveset, which, well, actually, I'm going to demonstrate something. You see, on my server, personally, we cap off levels at 60 so everyone can hit him. But that means sometimes your Pokemon can't learn all the moves. Now, when it comes to Infernape, he learns Flare Blitz much later than Monferno does, so that's after 60. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Monferno, and I'm going to level him up right now. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm going to have to ask you to leave for now so we can focus on Monferno. So let me just go ahead, enable leveling on him. Emboar, you gotta go! And boom. He's now leveling up to 56, and he learned Flare Blitz. There we go. He's evolving! Ooh. And that way you can get more moves on Pokemon if you do have level restrictions. This will also work if you're playing on a server that has level restricted gyms or anything like that. And you can definitely get around some of the rules like that, and you can still get the moves that you want. Alright, so here we have our Infernape, and he's a nice little pygmy one. I think I'll use this one on my team. But as you can see, his moveset now, with physical attacks, is probably going to stay something similar to this. Flare Blitz, of course. Acrobatics, you got a flying move. I might change that up for something else. But I definitely want to keep both Mach Punch and Close Combat. They're both fighting moves, but I want to keep them both because they serve very different purposes. Close Combat is just a very strong hitting fighting move. Mach Punch, however, I can use that if I want to ensure to get the last hit if someone, or the first hit if someone doesn't have a lot of health. Then I'll make sure to get him for sure. And with the stab, it'll do at least 60 power. And with trained attack, it'll probably be able to take some people out. Maybe not one hit him with Mach Punch, obviously, but you can finish him off if one of your other Pokemon's unable to do so. Now, if we look at the natures we're going to want for these guys, most of them are physical attackers, so Adamant, Lonely, and Naughty natures are always a plus. On the Blaziken and Infernape, you can go with speed, of course, so get the Jollies, Hasties, and Naives, and that'll definitely help you out. And of course, you can go for a special attack nature if you choose to train Infernape like so. Now, looking at the items for these guys, we can always use metronomes to make certain attacks go really good. This will work really well with some of those fighting moves, or maybe even Flare Blitz on all of them. You can use Shell Bell, which I would really like to have on Infernape or Blaziken, because they have really good attack and not a lot of health, so they're really going to feel it when they get that health back. Or, of course, the Choice Scarf or Choice Band as I suggested for Emboar, and it could always be utilized on one of the others as well. Anyway, that's going to be the end of this Fire Starter episode. I hope that you have enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video. It would mean a lot. And let me know what you want to see next in the comments down below. We've definitely been getting some replies to that lately, and I will continue. Next episode, I believe we're going to go over Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Oh, look at those guys. They all love me. Enormous Pygmy. Enormous Pygmy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you next time on How to Pixelmon. Goodbye.